guys, hello, how are you? How are you all? Hi Alam. Hi Shalu. Hi Arun. Hi Kiran. Say hi guys. Hello. तो आपका स्वागत है गोकी के सेशन में. थैंक यू सो मच फॉर लॉगिंग इन टुडे एंड लर्निंग समथिंग न्यू अबाउट relationships, sexuality, intimacy, lot of things. Hi Amit. Hi Yogita. So it's a very good topic for me today. In fact, I don't need to actually do a lot of preparation. So, there are some things that you watch growing up, okay? You see, observe growing up. So this is one of the things that each one of us have known the term like good girl and bad girl and wife material and girlfriend material, right? So I've been hearing those since college कि एक लड़की जो होती है वो गर्लफ्रेंड बनाने के लायक होती है, एक लड़कियां होती हैं जिनको आप पेरेंट्स को दिखाते हो. तो ऐसे ना सेग्रीगेशन सुना है मैंने, तो देखा भी है इनफैक्ट. सो वी आर गोइंग टू टॉक अबाउट दोज थिंग्स टुडे that are very prevalent in society, why it is so, is it right, is it wrong, can this be debated, can this be discussed? So we are here to discuss. So please, I also want your contribution guys. I mean, you can comment, okay, you can do comment. So please do comment about your thoughts, especially women. What do you think? Do you agree with this good girl and bad girl category? Hi Weber, hi Manmohan, hi Adil, hi Annie. So Annie, what do you think? You are listening to me right now. So what do you think? Does good girl and bad girl, differentiation exist in society? This discrimination. Do you think that we have good girls and bad girls that society thinks to be? Yeah. Okay. Hi Surinder. Hi Webber. So one more thing guys, because see, we just have 30 minutes and we are going to talk. Thank you Yogita, thank you for the contribution. I agree, even I agree that yes, this does exist, this difference, this discrimination, this difference in thinking does exist. So guys, this is a session about a certain topic and we just have half an hour, okay? That's like very little time to talk about any subject, okay? So I would request you to pay more focus to the subjects and let's discuss on that. So please ask questions related to the subject, okay? Hi Bhavna. Hi Pavan. So yes, the Goki quiz is about to start in 2 minutes. I hope you are winning a lot of points attempting quizzes. The basic things that we need to do well in quizzes like keys, apples and a booster plan. Okay, so you need keys to lock into the quiz and you need apples to stay in the game. And you can get apples by inviting your friends to Goki app. So okay, so that's about the quiz. And yeah, do join on time. So the quiz is starting right. You can see actually the timer, so don't go anywhere. Don't just have your drink, glass of water and come from the everything, do every small little things, because the quiz is about to start right on time. So if you are late, you will miss the chance to win points in the quiz. You can still play the quiz, but you won't be able to win points. So make sure you join on time. Okay, Piyush, first of all, a very, very warm welcome. I'm so glad when I see new people joining Goki and, being health conscious. So thank you so much, and thank you so much for joining this show because it's the most taboo topic. So the topic is about good girl or bad girl dilemma. So society has actually conveniently differentiated women. It doesn't happen with men. I mean, they do. So there are some criminals, I mean, when it comes to crime. But overall, speaking about morality, when a girl is said to be a good girl or a bad girl, whether depending on her sexuality, more into her sexuality. So someone who is like very much open and has boyfriends or a lot of boyfriends, so she's considered as a bad girl. Virgin girl is a good girl, right? So we are going to talk about different aspects about what is a good girl, what is a bad girl. Is she really a good girl? Is she really a bad girl? So things like that. Okay. So please be there. Okay. हाँ मेहर, थैंक यू सो मच. फ्रैंक डिस्कशन तो करना पड़ेगा, क्योंकि ना क्लैरिटी आती है जब डिस्कशन करते हैं किसी चीज़ का. जो मुद्दा होता है उस मुद्दे की बातचीत होती है तो एक क्लैरिटी आती है, एक डिस्कम्फर्ट हटता है कि क्या हम बात कर सकते हैं. कई बार ऐसी कई सारी चीज़ें होती हैं, कई सारे पहलू होते हैं कि हम जानते हुए भी हम कभी रिएक्ट नहीं कर पाते. Okay, so discussing means that we are more empowered. Okay, we now can talk about it, we now can make a decision about it. So a lot happens over discussion, like you say, a lot happens over a cup of coffee. तो उसी तरह से discussion की भी ज़रूरत होती है काफ़ी ज़्यादा. So someone has to take a lead, and I'm glad like there are a lot of women in India especially who are talking about sex and sexuality and intimacy and relationships. Right, so yes, you can actually share, since since you appreciate, I would like to know from you that do you think there is a good girl, bad girl, difference exists in society? Do you think that? भाई पंजाबी तो हमें नहीं आती है, हमें हिंदी आती है, इंग्लिश आती है. देवेंद्र. Okay, anyone who can talk something about what they think is a good girl. I mean, we still have 1 minute 59 seconds to complete the quiz, so I just want other users to also join me so that we are talking about it and everyone is listening. But yes, in the meantime, I'll say bad girl. Okay, सो पहली चीज़ तो ये, बहुत सारी मान्यताएं होती हैं. ओके, बहुत सारे रिवाज होते हैं, बहुत सारी धारणाएं होती हैं, जिसकी वजह से ये ना माइंडसेट बनता जाता है कि क्या एक लड़की गुड गर्ल है या शी इज़ अ बैड गर्ल. इट स्टार्ट्स ऑन द वेरी बिगनिंग व्हेन दे से दैट ओके, अगर आप बैठते हो तो आपके पैर दोनों लगे होने चाहिए. सो यू हैव टू सिट विथ योर लेग्स क्लोज टू ईच अदर. यू कैन नॉट जस्ट सिट विथ लेग्स लाइक apart like men can do, but women, they have to sleep like their legs has to be closed. There should not be a gap. तो सोने उठने बैठने के तरीके बोला जाता है कि आपको ऐसे बैठना है, आपको ऐसे चलना है. you don't have to like walk like a man, you have to walk like gently, this and that. Like it's ingrained in the behavior that शालीन लड़का नहीं सुनते हैं, शालीन लड़की सुनते हैं. तो ऐसा क्यों होता है? तो अगर आप देखोगे तो बचपन से, फ्रॉम चाइल्डहुड, राइट फ्रॉम द चाइल्डहुड, वी स्टार्ट गेटिंग दोज मैसेजेस दैट this is a good girl, this is a bad girl. So if a woman, she is wearing a short cloth, so definitely, I mean, that's a very common discussion nowadays. So she is considered as a bad girl. So I remember I was in my college, and I was giving my I was into botany, so they were like lab examinations, and I was like looking at a microscope, and I was bent like, okay, I bent to look at the microscope. And then around my back, my t-shirt, it slipped up, like it moved up because I bent, and then the hemline of my underwear, it was actually showing up from the jeans, because my top was like lifted slightly because I bent forward to look in the microscope. Now to my surprise, it was a girls' college, so there was no like a boys looking, it was all girls' college. So I was also like, okay, it's a girls' college, so there are just girls around, so I also didn't mind it, like, okay, if it is actually lifted, the t-shirt is actually lifted. But to my surprise and utter horror, my professor, she came and she said, okay, I remember the exact words कि ऐसे लड़कों को तुम पटाते हो ऐसे, और कहाँ तुम दिखाते हो, या सो और कहाँ तुम दिखाते हो. And I was all of 19. I came from a small town. I didn't even know what she was talking about, कहाँ दिखाते हो. And she was very angry. I don't know if she was taking out her personal anger, but that was like really hurting. So this is what, when we judge women basis what they wear. So if a woman is still today she's wearing a short pant, many of us would look like, oh god, we in our family she cannot wear this. Oh my god, Divyanshu, 25,000 points. That's great. That's commendable. Okay, great to see all the scores. Sumit 50, Annie 48. Great, Annie, very close. Priyanka 50. Congratulations, Priyanka. Everyone, like whoever has like, okay, Chetna, not worry. I mean, at least you got to know the answers, and better luck next time. 50. Nice to all of you. Great. So so let's actually start the session. I was just trying to discuss. So let's first talk about different angles that make up a good girl and a bad girl. So I remember I was in college. I mean, I will start with a personal story first. I was in a college, and one of my classmates, he came, and like we were just sitting in the break, and he said that, Pallavi, there are two kind of girls. I said, okay, tell me, who are they? So one are the girls that you can make your girlfriend, and the second girl is like the one you can actually show it to your parents. And I knew, I mean, that was something I have been hearing since a long time. So basically it means that someone you had sex with, because what happened in my college, and I've seen, trust me, this is what I've seen, is like there are hotels, and still you really cannot go to a hotel every time. You need to still pay, and then you are running on a small pocket money. So what I used to see in my college, I believe that this might be true today also. So I would see that, okay, the boys would take girls to the flats where their other roommates were also there. So they would take the girl into the room, and she is a girlfriend. I mean, she's not someone, like she's a colleague and she's a girlfriend, and they would sleep together. Okay, and the other roommates would know what is happening. I mean, if someone is closing the door and staying overnight, so they would know that there is some kind of physical intimacy and sex for sure. Maybe, I mean, definitely close to sex. Now the same man was talking outside and said that नहीं यार, इसे शादी थोड़ी ना करनी है. So she's a girlfriend itself, and they actually went on to marry other women, and I was one of them. So I was also one of those girls who would go with her boyfriend to his friend's flat, and there were like four other people in the flat, and I would just like hesitantly, I would just enter into the room because I was so embarrassed, like, okay, everyone is knowing that I'm here, I'm the only girl in the flat. So I also had those inhibitions, but yet I was seen by some as maybe fast girl because I can actually go to a flat, not understanding that I'm in a committed relationship. Like for me, that was a commitment. I wanted to marry that man. So a girl, exercising her sexual agency is not a bad girl. It's her life, okay? Even I remember when I just joined college, there was this girl in my hostel who was in a live-in relationship. So she actually told everyone that I'm in a live-in relationship. So she would actually had a address at her hostel because she didn't want her parents to know that she's staying with her boyfriend, but she would just keep her stuff and she would go to her boyfriend's place. And they got married like after 3-4 years, but that's not the case that, okay, getting married means validating your premarital sexual behavior. But the thing was, like, to me it was like, oh god, a girl can live with a boy without marriage. Even today, you go to residential societies, proper residential societies in Delhi or maybe anywhere, you really cannot just walk in to the society and tell the broker that, okay, we are in a live-in relationship. There are very few societies that are accepting this kind of relationship, and the fingers are always raised at the girl. Okay, it is always like, okay, how can she, how can she's a girl, she being a girl, can she do this? So we have that mindset of good girl and bad girl definitely in sexual context. So the first example, as I said, that wearing clothes. If she wears clothes, though we really like some girls, they do look appealing and they look attractive, and then we cannot bear even looking at them, like, oh god, they are so attractive. But then at the same time we say, how can she wear? And in my family it is not allowed. My relatives, definitely not in home, she must be in the hostel, staying in the hostel. And so we have those ideas. So clothing is one of the things that you should not actually judge a woman basis her clothing. and it doesn't mean that she is wearing short clothes. This means that she's promiscuous, and even if she is, that's her life, that's her choice, that okay, she wants to explore herself sexually, and she wants to, I mean, definitely there is an charm in even sexual exploration, I mean, considering all the precautions and safety, etc. Right? So it's her life, it's her body, and she wants to live the way she likes. So definitely that is not about good girl and bad girl. Let's talk about the second dilemma. Okay, let me see some questions. I think there is a lot of interesting conversation happening. If girl having hugs with her boyfriend and even kissing him on cheek, definitely Sandeep. This is what, like, even hug, it's not even about sex. We do need a lot of touch. Okay, we do need a touch. We need someone to touch us lovingly, affectionately. That is definitely a hunger, but even it is so looked down upon, it is so judged. People start making conclusions that okay, they are a boyfriend girlfriend. So even if on a beach there are two friends and maybe the girl is feeling low and the boy is hugging her, and then there are policemen, so who are actually taking rounds, they may mistake them as a girlfriend and boyfriend. Even they are not to be blamed. Like, it's like in the society that no, you cannot hold hands, you cannot kiss, right? So you are completely right here. Yes, Piyush, you are definitely right. Thankfully that we are there. There is some change happening. Now girls are studying, but it is still not. It has not percolated when it comes to marriage. Maybe the moment a girl gets married, it's like okay, there is a complete change in behavior. She is now staying in her in-laws' house, and then the difference. Like, even now, I think we are not as laid back, as carefree in our in-laws' houses. Most of them. I would say there are some exceptions, and it's great that yes, there are exceptions, but it is like not the norm. So even in marriage context, things are still the same. Things have not changed much. Even a live-in couple who is getting married cannot afford to say to their own parents that yes, they had premarital sex, right? Even with someone you're getting married. So I think in marriage there is a lot of work to be done. It is common, Meenal. It is definitely common, but it's still like, so I tell you, even in committed relationship, like if you're in relationship, okay, you have a boyfriend, steady boyfriend or a husband, would he still accept you hugging someone, hugging your friend? Okay, for me it is not. In my case, it is not acceptable to my partner. I'm working around that, but that's the thing, that can we see even our partners hugging other women? When we say hugging is acceptable, we know that okay, to hug someone doesn't mean that you are sleeping with them necessarily. You can have a very strong affectionate bond with them. So that's the thing, that can we make it normalize? Okay, like okay, you want to exchange affection to someone, you can hug them and no one gives a damn, like they do in West. This is what is happening. Yeah, Sandeep, right? Yes, marriage material girl. And to talk about virgin girl, virgin boy तो सुना नहीं मैंने आज तक कि virgin boy की बात होती है. Virginity को हमेशा लड़कियों से जोड़ा जाता है कि virgin है, या फिर it is understood that she is a virgin. For a man in arranged marriages, can you still go? I mean, love marriages, yes, it has changed. We know that okay, our exes have an affairs. We had our exes. But in arranged marriage, do you still think that it will be okay to know that a girl had premarital sex for the in-laws, relatives? No, it will be like hush hush. You cannot tell. Even if you had, you cannot tell. And that's where the problem is. It is a stigma. It is not about privacy. It is not about, not telling because it's your private life. It is more to do with judgment, ridicule, like bias, image bias. So yes, this is where like does not interact means she is not touched, she's untouched, she's virgin, she's all those metaphors that they associate. Like in some like texts I've read that intercourse is called as deflowering. So woman is flower, so deflowering is intercourse, and that's like, oh god, that's such a ridiculous definition of intercourse. So yes, virginity is the second thing that you actually should. I feel that you should actually marry a girl who is not virgin. I mean, I'm going on the record to say this might look controversial, but understand my point behind it is like, for most of us, the more we are like sexually aware, awakened, we are more confident, okay, and we can enjoy sex more. So even if a girl has had sex, it doesn't matter, that was her past, okay. And even if maybe in the relationship, yes, you can actually discuss that if you're comfortable keeping it open, polyamorous, or you want one-to-one monogamy relationship, so you can discuss it out. But to deal with her past, I think it's not something. I've seen a lot of couples even hiding their past from each other. They cannot take each other's past. Why is that? It's you were not there, so how would she be assuming that, okay, something is going to happen? And we learn from our experiences, okay. And I think sex is beautiful. It is not to be thought that, okay, it is something dirty, it is something ugly. It is definitely about consent, it is definitely about pleasure, it is definitely about information, and if all these three things are there, then it becomes a very good experience, right? So do not judge if she is not virgin. Okay, Chetna, you can reach out to me. My name is Pallavi Barnwal. You can look out for me, and I think on Goki also you can drop me a message. So please drop me a message. Definitely, I will love to help you out. It's my pleasure. I'm grateful that you are giving me an opportunity to help you out. We all need help somewhere. We all need support. So don't worry, you are not alone. Okay, and so yes. So that was about the virginity. Let's talk about marriage. Okay, so even marriage, when it comes to first night, wedding night, there are a lot of norms and there are a lot of cliches. So one of the cliches is that it is the boy who will initiate sex. I tell you from my real life experience, I was attending a workshop, and you will agree with me for sure, because it was like a shocker for me. So I was attending a workshop on gender rights, and there was a man who was working in an NGO that dealt with sexual health. So they had a couple walking in. Man was adamant to divorce his wife, okay, and it was like barely 3 months they had been married, and they were seeking counseling. Like the wife was like, she was shattered as to what happened, and then he asked like, what has happened. Now the problem, I am getting goosebumps to even share the problem. The problem was, on the night of their marriage, the wife took a lead. She took a lead in initiating sex, and she came on top of the man. Now the man, for him, it is unthinkable that how a lady on the first night itself is initiating sex and wanting to come on top of me. Okay, so he assumed that she must be having slept with a lot of men. This is what he said. A lot of men in the past, and that is why she's so sexually active. And the wife's version was that she was actually waiting for this night to come for so many years. She wanted to have sex, and in the excitement, she actually take a lead. Now, can you see? And eventually, he divorced her. They were like, my friend James, his name was James, he was the counselor. He said, I tried my level best to explain that man that no, it could be that she has initiated, but she is still a virgin. But he said, how is it possible that a virgin girl can initiate sex? Can you see? I mean, I hope you're giving a very profound, very deep thought to this, because this is really a big issue, that can a girl initiate sex? Can a virgin girl initiate sex? So can a girl has her sexual desire? Can she ask the man to go down on her? The good girl, bad girl dilemma is still where it comes to oral sex, where women still cannot ask man to go down on them. Okay, there is still a big problem. It is also with me. And on the other hand, for men it is still easier to ask women to go down on them, because somewhere we know penis, you can actually see it. It's still, you can see it, like, even the pant, there is a bulge, but vagina is so discreet. Okay, it is like completely miscible, and there is never a talk around vagina. We still can talk about penis, we can still give names to it, but vagina is nameless. There is no name. So even you can even there is a kid, and who has a penis, you can give different names. You can say oh nunno है, nini है, कुछ भी, मतलब चूहा है, ऐसे से नाम देते हैं. पर लड़कियों का जो उनका वो होता है जेनाइटल होता है, उसका कोई नाम ही नहीं है. तो she never has been able to own up to her vagina, and she can never ask for pleasure. She's like, okay, there are some women who are changing. So Nicki Minaj, she's a pop singer. She said, I demand climax from my boyfriends, and I tell all my friends to demand climax from their boyfriends. So thankfully change is happening. But do you think if a woman is asking for oral sex outwardly, that I want oral sex, I want you stimulated, would you be comfortable, or would you say that okay, no, that's like, okay, she is talking like so loud, she is talking so direct. So think within yourself that how is your relationship with your woman. When you say she is a good woman, is it about her being inhibited? You know, a woman is inhibited, she wants the man to take a lead, she wants the man to pursue her, she wants the man to woo her. Is she being a good girl? Or if a girl who is taking the lead, who is taking the charge, and she is saying that okay, I'm going to pursue the man, I'm going to make him sleep on the bed, I'm going to book the hotel, I'm going to walk in first, right? So you have to see that. I think, you know, it's changing. Secondly, good girl, bad girl, again there is a lot of things. Now bad girl also pay a lot of penalty. Why? Because they are considered as bad girls, they are thought okay, they are okay to do anything, right? That's something that I've experienced in my profession as a sex educator, when a lot of men think that okay, I'm willing to talk about sex, so I'm like okay, she can be taken out, okay. And no, it's again that's again a misconception. So even if a girl is outgoing, she is liking, like okay, she likes to smoke cigarettes, she likes to drink, you know, she likes to kiss also, doesn't mean that you know, you can take her anywhere. You still have to take her consent. Can I, would you like to? So I had this man in the morning, we were talking on the phone, and he said that okay, Pallavi, let's go to Jaipur. It's like, how can I mean, you're telling me just now, how can I go to Jaipur? You can ask, would you like to go to Jaipur with me? That's a different way. So it's not that okay, I have drunk with him, maybe I've slept with him, half slept with him basically, or I've smoked with him. It means that okay, he will call me and I'm like, yeah, I'm coming, I'm packing my bags. No. So I've seen that this is a problem that in the Indian context, I've seen that if a girl is outgoing, it is actually assumed that she is open to everything, which is not. Okay, so even that needs a change. So please understand, good girl, bad girl, there is no good girl, there is no bad girl. Yes, there is humanity, there is kindness, there is compassion. Please you know, value people basis those traits, and every person has something good inside them, something. Even the bad people have something good, and there could be a lot of reasons, but when you associate morality with goodness, doesn't go. Yes, Sandeep, right? Yes, true. How to be loyal in relation and know if our partner is loyal, Stephen? So what do you mean by loyalty? Do you mean loyalty by monogamy? Do you mean loyalty by emotional loyalty? Do you mean loyalty by if she cares for you? There could be multiple definitions of loyalty. So tell me, how do you define loyalty? Please write. I'm waiting for so that I can actually give you the answer accordingly. Okay. So what else could be a good girl and bad girl? Inhibition, definitely, and this is spoiling marriages like anything. So a lot of women, you know, for women, sex, the incentive to have sex is to become a mother, because sex has always been linked to procreation and not recreation. There's a difference. Like procreation is to produce babies, recreation is for leisure, entertainment, pleasure. So sex is never seen as recreation. It is never seen as that okay, two adults, like couples, not even to talk about, you know, unmarried couples, married couples. Can you even think of married couple as having sexual pleasure, right? So that is something that okay, we cannot even think of married couple as having sexual pleasure. Okay, a married couple is having sexual pleasure. I'm repeating it again and again. Married couple is having sexual pleasure. It is so discomforting for us to even think about it. So now you have never talked about sex all your life, you have never been allowed to express your sexuality, express your body, and then you suddenly expect her to be like all horny and all like bedroom star. That doesn't happen. So basically, with the problem with good girls that actually men face, so the men who are keen to marry good girls see that after marriage the same good girl is so inhibited that it's like his sex life is ruined because now there is no sex. So understand that opening up of sexuality is a good thing. I think definitely one should have plenty of experience, sexual experience, be with one partner or with multiple partners. It does help. Opening up does help. Because you are with different people and you understand. I think one of my friends said, I look up to him in great regard, that you can only know someone when you have slept with them. I mean, that's on a lighter note, but I won't say that okay, to know everyone you have to sleep with them, but the idea is like you actually build a very deep connection, and definitely I think that hookups, one night stand is something I don't endorse personally. Intimate sex, it's good for health, it's good for well-being, it's good for stress, right? So I think sexuality, we have to start looking sexuality from different lens, right? Okay, only to think of her and not of anyone else, and only loving my partner. Stephen, I see a bit of possessiveness here. So would we consider possessiveness as loyalty? See, because each one of us are allowed to have our own connections, intimate connections, fruitful connections, empowering connections that lead to growth, individual growth. So we are people, we are a part of system, okay? We are not staying in isolation. So maybe when you say only loving my partner, love can be of different types. Love can be platonic, love can be sensual, love can be sexual. So I would say that I have friends who I love very much. I do love them. Okay, it could be platonic, completely platonic, where there is no physical touch. It could be a touch based relationship where I do like to hug them, I do like to put my hand on their shoulder, I do like to hold their hands, I do like to drink or smoke, and that's my life, that's my choice. Okay, so now I have to see that what your partner has to say on this. So this is what you think is as loyalty, and it's completely fine that you want to devote everything, but is she on the same page, right? So that is something that we need to see. But basically love should be it should not become like it curtails the freedom of a person. It curtails the like, okay, you say that okay, you do away with all the connection and you just rely completely on me. Love is not about building dependency on a single person. That is not love. Love is about growth. One should grow in love. Okay, so that's fine. I mean, that's to you, that okay, you think that this is what I believe, this is what my value system is, and it's fine. Everyone has their own value system. Now the thing is, since you are saying this, is it that she is also on the same page, or there is some difference? Then we need to look at that, because each person should be given the the choice to live their life their own way. And yes, when you come together, then definitely there is something that you bargain, there's something that you come up to, like okay, you do something and you do something, and then you try to make up, but it's not at the cost of like okay, changing your identity. So yeah, that's like, do you have a conversation around this? Okay, so any other questions? So guys, thank you so much for your time today. I hope we had been able to have a very good discussion on good girl, bad girl. There is no such, I think, definition also should exist. I mean, this does exist in the society, but please get over these definitions. These are archaic, old, outdated, and not even sound and logical. And then they do a lot of discrimination to the woman. It's herself, because it's her life, it's her body, it's her choice. So thank you so much for your time today. It was great pleasure talking to you, and be the force, be empowered, be educated, be blessed. Good night.